ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first running back drafted in April, this is Breece Hall. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And some space here. Touchdown, Houston. Had the option to hand that one off and run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Texans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
The Texans here on third down putting an extra defender in the secondary. To throw is Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This will be fielded at the 17. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll run with Hall. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Miles Jack with a big-time hustle play there as he backs the offense up. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked, and there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now they got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now it's Jackson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
4th down, here's Jackson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. to the ground with Hall. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, this from 39. Rosas' kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Fields. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
This is taken around the 12. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
Not really.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
And just chilling on Madden.
Back to throw, Fields.
Oh, I should back him too.
Oh, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And he's missed now on his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Kid, that's a conference trash kid. Like this, I thought he liked comp. Then
So
so
the
much
incomplete
better
pass
than
on the last play,
what
and
did he
that
say
leads
about
us
it?
to a 3rd
he said.
and 3.
I said comp is trash, and he said big facts.
Big facts.
Comp is terrible, bro.
Terrible.
Yeah, I was like Sim is more realistic. So if you play Sim, then you make Madden play the game for you. I'm like, how, bro? Like, you gotta get so much blessed on comp than anybody does on Sim. And the defense actually plays defense.
Bro, he just scored, bro. On comp, bro. I swear, like I get the I ain't gonna say that, but this is just trash.
Oh, I got your money too. So you know, I was gonna say, yeah, I did got it. Finally came through today. But yeah, comp is terrible. Yeah.
On 4th down, Fields. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack. And a turnover on downs.
Straight to put this
Boy,
money
a
on the card.
curious decision to go
Like,
for it. Doesn't pan out.
But yeah,
And the
I watched. I was like, I tuned in
excellent field
as soon as he
position.
threw that deep bomb to IU. I'm like, bro,
Bro, did you see my player get glitched?
They didn't react, bro. Like, I'm watching him play. He ran right past your guys. The guys are still backpedaling. They didn't react.
But I don't get it. Like, them niggas don't fucking dumb out. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Bro, comp is garbage, bro. I don't care. They say, oh, you just said that because you bet. I don't care what anybody says. No, comp is garbage.
But it's weird though, because like online comp, that shit's straight.
Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, I just said a comment too. I said like it's different from like online comp versus they're like how was it different? Like you literally playing against somebody online. I don't know. It just feels different. From league comp versus just a regular game online is different. And then what irritates me even more is I run into a lot of people on comp who doesn't click on. That irritates me even more. They say they don't click on. They always say, oh, it's user versus user skill. So y'all be letting computers tackle for y'all. So make that make sense.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
Like, my man scored from, I don't know, like.
Then you play the Texans too. Texans does click on for nothing. That's why I lost the first game.
I know it's a, wait,
I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On defense, you can see when they click on, right?
Yeah.
For the receiver.
Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Yeah, you can.
Charles,
Yeah, so I know it's that glitch when you click on, and then you bump the cornerback, and then you like stop, like get the little, you feel me, the little
It's kind of hard to do that too, though, at the same time, because sometimes it messes up the receiver too. Like it makes the receiver slow down sometimes. So I don't know.
Picked off by J.C. Horn, and they will score a pick 6 for the
So just
Texans.
to I throw that far enough.
Fucking button.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is
I said this did not throw that far enough at all.
After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion?
This is just like
exactly
Texans.
right. It's a great
He wasn't clicking
opportunity
on
to get that done.
That good for 21 yards on
I don't know
the
if
catch.
he's clicking off for you or not, but
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down.
Well, when it's like a tight end or something like that, then he will.
when it was my when all my plays got injured though, and he wasn't clicking on, I was like, yeah. I was like, nah.
They'll bring a receiver in
I
motion.
got figured it no more. I'm like, no, 3 of my plays got injured in the first quarter. Like, how can that happen?
Fields on
There's
first
Cooper
down.
and Matthews and Jake London. Well, Jake London came back, but he was gone for
And
the whole
that's
quarter
pretty
though.
indicative of the way this one's gone.
Then,
He did a fine job there,
then
not hitting him before the
his
ball
play got injured
arrived,
back
and I
towards
gotta
the
tell
end
you,
of the fourth quarter.
you
The
can
game was
often
decided by
mistime
then.
that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes.